See, I just wanted to get this going, so I'm probably gonna be setting it up a little bit, kind of live. uh, just having a bunch of hiccups before I started this, so let me just start it and then fix everything, you know. So go ahead and put the subject matter front and center overhead. What's good though? Trying to pull up the chat. Glory to God. Looks like I'm live. Say I'm just gonna be exploring the the mini freak, from like a beginner's perspective. Like, so I'm new to synthesis. I'm not completely just in the blue, you know. But I've never really took the idea of getting, because I'm more of a sample library, you know, like real kind of person. I kind of have this for the 80s. I think just at the root of my nature. Let's see, cameras are going out too. That's a shame. Maybe I'll just go overhead then. So, Dat One Beats, what's up, man? Thank you for coming in. God is good. I appreciate that. You want one? So, yeah, man, I've been blessed. We say God is good. I have been blessed, thankfully, in my little time here on YouTube since I started. I set out with the goal to maybe figure out how I can make a little money out of my passion. And, you know, a side note, money isn't the key thing, but I just wanted to see if it was possible, because I would love to be able to create full time, because I love it so much. I love music so much. So no one get it twisted. But this I will say that this stream is sponsored by Zounds, because they did send this out to me. I have the opportunity to get some of the items that I've, you know, always dreamed of using in front of me, and like just show them on the channel. Or, you know, if I have an opportunity, or if it's something that I like, you know, I'll explore it more. So yeah, Zounds sent this out to me. I've wanted to get one of these for a while. I've been interested in since microfreak. Never pulled the trigger on that. Back, I didn't have the connection over at Zounds to just have them send one over to me. So this is cool, because it's not something I'm sure that I'll keep. Part of it may just be my frustrations of being able to create sounds. But the reason why I picked it up, and why it always interests me, even back with the microfreak, is that it doesn't look intimidating, I think, to a beginner. Like, it always looked pretty straightforward. You know, you got knobs for everything. Everything's labeled, and it looks pretty easy. And I am picking it up pretty easy, like what the functions are and stuff. And some of the things, if you come from the sampler world, you know, apply it. Like, I've heard the term many times that it said that a sampler is a synthesizer, because you have a lot of the same functionality, such as, you know, attack, decay, sustain, release. You have LFOs. All of this exists within, well, in the MPC, not necessarily in the SP, which I have with me today. So that gives me kind of a heads up coming from the sample world. I guess I can't change my camera. That sucks, but oh well. Subject matter is the mini freak. So yeah, if you all want to come in and talk about this, SimCity Big Row, what's good? Thanks for coming in. So it's like the title says. I mean, I'm new to this. I kind of suck at it. I did create one patch so far and saved it. So I figured out how to navigate this pretty good. You know, I mean, everything is labeled. I figured out how to, it's like I didn't really like this. One thing is, I didn't get this, or I didn't want to get into synthesis for the presets. That's one thing about the presets here. Then I'm not really feeling the presets like right off. I'll move into the presets. Let's see. One thing for me is like I don't like a lot of I don't like big releases. And most of these patches, I don't know if that's the nature of a lot of synthesis, is that the releases are like, and then a lot of the stuff is also drenched in effects. But those are presets. You can expect it's whatever, they created. So I really got into this to get into creating my own stuff. So I've figured out you hold shift if you want to go to different presets, and you can select the categories. So I've just gone to user, and then this is the first patch I created. I think it's kind of cool. And one thing I would love to get into is actual physical modeling. So that's the synthesis that emulates actual acoustic and electric instruments. So that's my basic understanding. That would be the type. If I wanted to create acoustic sounding instruments, I would love to do that. I think this may contain some of that. So I created this string sound, and it kind of almost sounds real too. It doesn't just sound like, it doesn't completely sound like a real acoustic instrument, but so I like this. I kind of stumbled across this sound. I was just, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing today. I'll try to make one other patch or something. But I stumbled across it. But the main oscillator used for that is the Car Plus Strong. So from what I heard, that this engine is good for emulating pluck sounds, so string stuff. So I could probably remake something similar to this. I've tried it again. But this actually contains two oscillators. I think the first one, I used the speech on this, and really that's what I started with, and then I ended up stumbling across a string, and I was like, yeah, I like that. So let me save that, and there's a quick save button. You can name stuff using the knob and all that. Yeah, the screen is small, but you don't really need to see much, You're just seeing, they fit a lot on there. If you want, I could zoom in a little bit. Let's see. I don't know if that's clear. For some reason, my monitor looks red right now rather than accurate. So, yeah, I think it's pretty simple. Like you said, simplistic, pretty straightforward. Every feature has a knob. It's more inviting than, because I could just use the MPC and do some synthesis and jump into the synth world that way, right? But something about having the dedicated knobs rather than jumping in and out of menus like on the MPC is more exciting. So this is it's kind of exciting, but then I'm also frustrated because I'm trying to build some sounds out and I'm not really that successful. But I've also not looked too deep into this. I just started watching some tutorials. I was watching one just a minute ago about the different oscillator types. I didn't get through the whole thing. I kind of like pause it, come over here, try something. So yeah, I guess for a beginner, I think maybe it's like kind of ideal, but I don't know. There's also the fact that we have YouTube. Like maybe anything is easy to figure out as long as there's YouTube videos on it. But yeah, for me, it's easy to navigate. So let me say that as a beginner. Now, the synthesis part of actually creating a sound that sounds good, is that easy? I don't know. Not necessarily. So it's going to take some practice. I'm going to just pull up a different empty patch, and then it starts off with the oscillator type on basic waves. I want to make something that sounds like something I could play chords with, that sounds more like something acoustic, I guess, like a piano. I think modal was the thing that closest already sounds like an electric piano. Willy Wonka was good. Let me go through this a little bit. G-Funk style beat with the keyword. SimCity, do you have one of these? Yeah, it's like an Apple Watch. It's probably smaller than an Apple Watch screen. I know it's smaller than like my Android watch for sure. It is. Small like Oompa Loompa. Willy Wonka was good, man. Hey, it's been a minute, bro. Speaking of, we probably gonna go see that Wonka movie on Christmas. That looks pretty good. I didn't see the one with the newest one before that, but this one looks pretty decent. The plastic is on the screen. So, and I haven't even. I heard that there's a new update on this, and if you guys know anything about the update, I haven't really looked into it. Some people let me know. 2.0 update firmware for this. I haven't updated it. I don't even know how yet. I've been meaning to look up a tutorial on how to do that, but I also don't necessarily want to register this because I'm not so sure that I'll keep it. Another reason why I picked it up is I am in the middle of creating a sample pack for the SP. It's a one-shot pack with drums. These are some of the drums, and I wanted to design some of my own samples. So most of the samples that are in here, they are stuff that I've, I guess, let's say stolen. No, not stolen. What's the word? Curated. So from all different sources, and then I processed them through the SP and EQ'd them and made them. I wanted to make a pack for mainly for the chromatic mode in the SP. And one thing I noticed is you can't really just throw any sound in the SP and put it in chromatic mode and expect for it to sound good. You have to do some EQing because like some of the like lower and mid frequencies when they start to pitch on the keyboard sound really bad. So I went through and made some sounds that might actually be usable by EQing some of that stuff, and then just kind of drenched it in, not drenched, but I put some effects on it, mainly like the lo-fi stuff, because that's what I like to do. And if I'm gonna put a lo-fi sound on an instrument, then it might as well already be baked into there, because then you're gonna do a lot of resampling and stuff, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to make a few sounds. So this is this sound, right? Now it's the one I was just showing you guys. Finally got a week and a half off work. Going to get some uninterrupted hours on the SP. That's what's up, man. I'm with you as well. I've got about a week and a half off too that just started, and I'm excited as well to get some time in, but also spend some time with the kids. Hopefully be patient with them. They're all chilling right now, so at any moment any of them can pop up here and need something from me, but they've been pretty good. So you got to take the sticker off. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna take the sticker off most likely. I had this plugged into my MPC the other day. I do want to explore this as a although I want to explore it as a controller for the MPC with some of the things that it does, like the ARPs and the sequence and stuff, because I hit play on this with some of the sounds of the MPC, and that was kind of cool. So I want to see where I can take that. It's kind of an expensive MIDI controller, but I just want to see what it might do. Is it a musical? Yeah, I don't care for musical either, bro. I'm with you. Aren't most of them musicals though? And if they are, what's with the name? Why'd you go with the name if you don't like musicals? Keyboard, but I did purchase an Ovation Mini. What is an Ovation Mini MK3? Oh wait, Ovation Mini. Why am I not picturing what that is? Ovation Mini MK3 for my MPC one. Oh, like the controller that's like kind of built for Ableton. Yeah, I'm gonna do a stream on that too. SimCity Big World. I seen Av McCree's video, and it's kind of like, I feel like it's like they probably have the same technology, right? I know a lot of people invested in that AI stuff, right? And I've seen ads where people are where you could invest in that. So, but some of it did sound better than the average. Cause I've been messing with those different AI. Like I signed up for the Google's AI test kitchen, and I was messing with that one for a little bit. But I do want to go back to the output one, and that's cool. They give you stems and all that. But so I'll do that as a stream, hopefully at some point on my break here. See what I can come up with. I don't think this keyboard has a talk box. I think that's what separates it from the Mini. So the Mini, I don't know if it was just the white version or also the original version has a spot for a mic, but this does not. Well, it might. I haven't looked at the back really. Let me see. But I'm pretty sure I heard someone say that it doesn't. No, there's no place for like an XLR mic, or you just have audio input and then MIDI in, out, and through on the back, and that's it. Reset that rule. You know, one thing I'm picturing though would be cool, and I saw a little leak about it. If you guys are also MPC users, like this would make. I was picturing this like being the MPC Key 37. It was hard to picture before, like what that footprint would be like. Make sure you don't break those, okay? Do not bend them in the wrong way, okay? This would be like the perfect footprint for an MPC Key 37. You can put a 5-inch screen here, mini pads, knobs. It would work perfectly. So this helps me picture like an MPC Key 37. Yeah, that would be lit at this shape. And I hope, like, I was thinking about it. It was like, yeah, this would be perfect. And I was like, nah, I hope they wouldn't make it as chunky as the MPC Key 61, just smaller, because that would be awkward. I think that would be like from top to bottom like this. It just would look weird. But they would probably put the little tilt like they did on the Key 61. I don't think it would need it though, because if it's this low, this flat, you can see the screen pretty well. But either way, that should be exciting if they make that. And I did see someone, I don't know where it went, but there was leaks recently, or not too long ago, probably a couple months ago. And I was surprised. Shout out to Sample King, who's always on top of that stuff. I'm surprised he didn't say anything on it, because there was a leak of the bottom of what looked like an MPC Mini. People were saying, like, look at the label and what size it is compared to the footprint of it. And and then I went on to NPC forums, and someone else had found a little blurb, like some writing that NPC Key 37. So I don't know where that's gone. We're almost at the end of the year. I made a prediction at the end of last year that there would be new NPCs. What we've gotten this so far isn't really been new. They just and different RAM on what already exists. Bluetooth on a MPC one, and but yeah, I made a prediction because there at that time, the end of last year, Akai was like releasing a lot of keyboard products. They had the MPK Mini Plus, they had the MPK Mini Play 3, they had some Ableton controllers that were keyboard, and then the MPC Key 61, and then they had dropped the prices of the MPC 1 and MPC Live 2 like significantly. So I was like, oh, they're about to drop something. I was wrong about the fact that they're about to drop something, just a holiday sale most likely, but they're also trying to move some things out, I think, probably because replacing the MPC 1 OG, MPC Live 2 hasn't gone anywhere yet. But my prediction was literally like an MPC Key Mini, something in between the size of a 1 and a Live. So MPC Key Mini with a built-in battery, 37 keys was my prediction. We're getting pretty close to me being wrong. We got like a week left of this year. But anyways, I'm going way off topic. I do want to try to build something here with my limited experience and knowledge in synthesis in general. Watching some videos, I have figured out something I really like to do. It's like, I love the lo-fi thing. So I'm just gonna figured out how to use this matrix thing and put a adjust the pitch on the LFO. And when I do this in the MPC, I don't like to use these sine waves for doing a lo-fi. Something more like this. What is this? Like a square and put like a chorus effect on it. And I wish that, I don't know if there's a way of doing it, because I believe that the filter applies to both oscillators, because you can do two oscillators here and then blend them. So let me put something. But it sounds a little muddy to me. I guess what you can do is on the digital effects is, I don't know. I think these also apply, the effects apply to both oscillators, so together. Be nice if you could do them separate. Maybe there's a way of doing that. I just don't know it yet. My daughter sounds like she's whining. You okay? You got everything you need? Yes. Okay. Yeah, there's, so the different effects. Leave the chorus on, go down to the next one, and then there is an EQ. Press it, turn it on. It's 3-band EQ. See, like I'm having trouble like coming up with something that even sounds good to me. You ever use Sonicware Liven with the? Nah, I've never used the Liven at all. So, MPK Mini Plus is the Key 37 Akai agent. Yeah, it's a 37 key for sure, but it's not an MPC. Attack, decay, sustain, release. That's where I'm at right now, as you were asking the question. I got turn the reverb down. So yeah, this is the ADSR, and then there's a cycling envelope, which I really don't know what it's for. I don't like. There must be something else you got to. I don't hear any change when I adjust these parameters. So there must be something you need to do to activate it. There's 3 modes: envelope, run, loop. I'm not sure. So on the envelope, on the attack, decay, sustain, release, you also have modes. So right now it's in poly, so I can play chords. And then you have paraphonic, I guess, and then is that unison, and then mono. So mono is like for those leads you want to shred with. So those are probably the 2 modes I would be most familiar with and using, mono and poly. I do like some of the leads in here. The presets are cool for, I love that that kind of sounds cool. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back. here I am. So mono G funk synths. Is that what you would call that? What I was doing, something like that. I can see modulator and pitch bend. So yeah, your strips here can either be bend, pitch bend, and a mod wheel. You can do macros or control the sequencer / ARP. I think you have to assign this stuff for it to actually do anything though. I'm gonna mess with a different type of oscillator here. You found your shoes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. This is hard. Yeah. There was some sounds in here that check. I don't know. Maybe I'll go through some. I think that the one I've had the most fun was is making that string so far. Oh, I appreciate it on the drum kit, yeah. So I'm gonna be having that kit available sometime. I don't know, soon, maybe within a month or so. Depends. I want to make some beats with it. I am the one son. What's good? Did I miss anybody? Yeah, you can save your own presets. Say I like this. Let me zoom in for you. So if you want to save, there is a dedicated save button. Press that, and then you can select what patch you want to put it on. Just do it on the same one, and then I press down. Then you click the type of instrument. Say you made like a bass, a brass. There's already the categories you can pick, or I think, let me see. Yeah, just pick a category. Let me say it's keys. Click to save, then you name it. Click again, and then you're good. See, I don't know how to exit that. Let me see if there's a way to exit because I don't want to save it yet. Well, I've saved it anyways. So you press save again and it saves it. Yeah. Back to my string. So that's it. Hi. Yes, baby. Okay. I think I'm gonna go through. You guys want me to go through some presets or what? What do y'all want me to explore? Well, let me try to just explore with since I've got this so far. I don't really know what else to do with it. And then there is Millie. Can you? All right. Sorry, I'm back. Kids had to help them with something before they made me lose my mind. SimCity, thinking about, okay, where'd that go? Thinking about remixing old TV show music themes. An A Team, Dallas. Like remixing them together or what? So there are two oscillators, so I'm already using one. I don't really like that. If I click on that and then let's use the matrix. Yeah, so that's the second oscillator, so I can make it do something else. I don't know what else to make it do. Cycling envelope. Let's just see what that does. See our cycling envelopes here. Go ahead. Now go do your jump jacks.
1, 2.
Don't count out loud, just do them.
4. Ow, my heart hurts now.
Your what does?
My heart.
Your heart? What do you mean? There you go. I think maybe a good way of learning, at least it's a thought right now, is going through some presets. I want to go through the key presets. One thing I don't like about this is I don't get why you have to. See, I like everything seems to have a long release on it. I don't know why you had to turn and click to hear the sound. That one's kind of cool, but again, take the release off. That's pretty interesting how this, like, if you press it lightly, you get a slow wah. Harder you hit it, the quicker the wah is. That's interesting. I wouldn't even know how to start to program that. What is with, like, the release times being super long on, like, every preset? I don't get that. That makes sense. Did your tempo adjust here? To the right. See if that affects this up. talk here. Take some of this decay down. Let me sample this in. Oops. It's not the same. Okay, that's a problem. Set this to my sequence tempo. I can't see what I'm doing over here on the SP, but I got the SP over here to the right, to the left of me. Just set off. You said he'd go with the delay. Kiddo was keeping me in the proper time signature, bruh. I forgot what she was doing. You can buy other presets for this. What's up, B Jammin'? Missed a lot of the chat. Yeah, you got rid. I seen you had this, right? I seen some videos you did. You took it out the box, but you ended up giving it back, right? What did you end up getting? Or do you still have that? I did not know you can buy presets. Can you preview like these presets before you buy them? Like where are they on the Arturia website? Or I know you could make your own, right? I've seen in looking for like some tutorials that people make presets and be giving them out or stuff, you know. The dirt on the last synth. I'm not sure which one you might have been referring to. One ice cold pop. One cold ice pop preset. Let there be like you can get drums. You can get drums on this. I did see some presets that were like some percussive stuff. So yeah, it's possible. I think I was messing with the noise filter a little bit, trying to make a kick drum. I could try that right now. Yeah, how long we been at this? Let's see. Let me see if I can make a kick drum real quick, just for the fun of it. So let me go to new preset. My inclination is go to the noise, and the reason I would do that is I've made some of my own drum sounds just using some noise in a sampler. I think I did a video on this. Someone commented on it recently, so I brought it back to my memory. I took the MPC 500 and then I didn't use any samples. I just recorded some of the self noise, normalized it, and then used attack decay, a sustain and release, and then EQ'd it, and I came up with some drums. So, wait, where's that noise at? Noise. Here we go. Right there is probably. Then I'm gonna use turn this on to like an EQ, peak EQ. Where's that 3-band? 3-band. What about compressor? Big crusher. Compressor. This is my attempts at a kick drum. Not quite there. Let me take that big crusher off. That's kind of weird. Not quite. Try another noise and then do. Not as easy as I thought it'd be. Let me try it again. I'm gonna start over. Oh yeah, that would be a key, is to use the octave too. This is a terrible kick. It'd be easier for me with the sampler to make a kick out of a noise oscillator, just because I could resample, just EQ, add some more low end. It's almost a kick, just needs to be EQ better. I mean, I could probably put an EQ on each one of these and just boost the low end. There we go. If I was cheating, I would just bring the isolator. Okay. Yeah, sounds like what Curtis King would call nipple drums. So we tried. Cut off all them highs. I did, pretty much. I put a analog filter on it, low pass frequency. Cut the EQ. I put the same effect, 3-band EQ, on all 3 digital effects, and this is still what I'm getting. I'm cutting all the EQs, turn up the lows. It doesn't seem like it makes a difference. I think maybe you can only use it once, like it being on. For some reason, like it's like being on the same 3-band EQ on all 3 digital effects doesn't make a difference to boost the. See, like. I guess it does. It's just really, it doesn't add much low end. Okay. Let me try again. Let me try. I'm gonna try to make a snare then. I think a snare would be easier. On the same. See? Already sounds like an 808. Pretty much. Let me put on maybe a band pass, see what that sounds like. Nah. Let's go down here. to the 3-band EQ. Okay, let me go up to this. Okay, hi-hat. I think that's a little better than my kick. Not very snappy though. Okay. And all right, let's see what kind of percussion is actually in here. See what is actually possible. Percussion. Yeah, that's a lot better. Here's a kick. There you go. Sounds like Doom back in the day. You can preview or buy them from random people on YouTube that make them. Okay, so not like Arturia doesn't have like a marketplace for sounds for them. I kind of do want to get into some more Arturia stuff. Went onto their website, and that's where I like found some information on the physical modeling. And apparently, they do a lot of physical modeling in their synthesis. I haven't heard any of those. I've never used like any of the virtual instruments to hear them. But yeah, like physical modeling is like next level. They pretty much went through and you know went through the methods of getting like authentic physical acoustic and electric samples or sounds, not necessarily samples. Sampling is one way, but it's kind of tedious and it requires you to get like all kinds of layers and articulations, and it's still not always like true to sounding like what a real instrument would. So like physical modeling gets into like the mathematics of actual physical instruments and what they're doing and all that. So I think that's a dope thing. That'd be awesome just to have if they just made one synth just for that, and that had, because you don't see that around. I think back in like the 90s or early 2000s, maybe, I don't know what decade it was, but Yamaha was making them. I think Roland's Supernatural sounds are physical modeling. Like that's in the what is it called? Shoot, I've never tried one of these. I might see if I can get my hands on one of them just to hear what it's like. But or maybe like one of the new Roland Phantom like the '06, that has some supernatural sounds in it, and it's physical modeling. I'm pretty sure it might be a combination of samples and physical modeling. I can't think of the rack version. What is the rack version called, guys? The Integra 7. That thing's been around for a while. It's still on the market. I think it's been at least out for 15 years. So I kind of want to get that, but I like the layout of like the Phantom where you get category buttons. It makes it easier to navigate. But yeah, I'm real interested in that. I think that would be dope if a company made a synth like that. Like if Arturia made something, since they're so big on it, seems like on physical modeling, if they made an instrument just for that. And I think there's some of like the carpool strong. I think that's physical modeling. But maybe there's different engines for different types of sounds. But you can get certain types of sound. Like there's organs in here. I guess an organ isn't necessarily acoustic, is it? It's electrical. I might be mistaken, or is it acoustic? Guess it depends on what kind of organ. But I think that would be dope. That would I would be most interested in. Although I do like some synth sounds. I think in very in moderation for sure. I think maybe that's part of my disdain for the 80s is because well everyone was crazy about the fact that you had all these synthesis coming out, so everyone just like their whole productions were just overkill 80s or overkill electronic sounds. But I like a combination in my productions. Like I mean I don't use them, but every once in a while, like a lead, like the G Funk thing, I think like you were saying, SimCity. But other than that, I just like acoustic stuff, and just the idea of like emulating them with this whole idea of physical modeling sounds super dope. I think there's software. I did see an ad for, I think it was like a Reason plugin or something, where it's just a synth plugin based on just physical modeling and stuff, and that looked pretty cool. But what about in a hardware piece? So I may just get, like try to get my hands on an Integra or a Phantom. I don't know who else might be doing that. I don't know if Yamaha's doing it. Is in the like the not the Motif. They don't even make the Motif anymore. But what's the newest one? They just released an update to their, I think their flagship. I don't know if that had. I know that Yamaha has some great acoustic presets. I think probably that's probably at the top as far as my interest. But I still haven't tried the top rolling stuff with the Supernatural. I don't even know if they still use that technology. I think they're doing something else at this point. I don't know if it's Supernatural's their highest. I think Zencore is that I don't know what that is necessarily. If that's physical modeling or what. I had to look into it, but yeah, we'll see with this. I don't know if I have the patience to try to learn. Maybe I should stick to samples. Um, But we'll see. What do you guys think? Is this something that you guys are still considering at this point? I know it's been out for a minute now. Um, as a beginner, like I said, man, it's got some straightforward controls. It's just something that you're gonna like. Synthesis has got to be something that you're gonna put some time and your passion into. I think. I think the idea of making your own sounds is really cool. That's like fulfilling. But you got to get past that point of just making a lot of dumpster stuff. Like, I mean, that's true with anything. Practice. So, I'm gonna check up in the chat. I think I'm done kind of fiddling around. Fiddling, when I ever use that term, but yeah, I think I've had enough of making really horrible custom sounds at the moment. Yeah, 1 second. Don't have time to make drums of the things in that board, but honestly, since samples are so easy to get from drums, there's no real reason for. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I guess I'm stepping a little backwards now because probably quite a while ago, like over a year ago, I just made a public declaration that I just give up. I'm done with trying to sound design. So I think I'd do something different. I don't know what are the lines or definitions of sound design. I more take sounds that exist and like make them my own or tweak them, EQ them, and process them to sound the way that I like or layer them. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I will pursue synthesis like this because there's other things that are just more important to me, like writing songs. So I'm glad to just take of what the really dope stuff that already exists and just put it in my own productions to write some songs. But you just got to define what it is what you want to do. So that leads you into what you put your time into. to practice. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. God bless. 1 second. All right, y'all take care. Peace.